The promise to stick together in sickness and in health is part of many marriage vows, but one Carroll County couple has been living that promise for the last 2 months. This after they were both critically injured in a house fire. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here with quite the story they have to tell.
And Christine, it's really just an incredible story. I mean, Jamie and Justin McClarty both suffered the same spinal cord injury when they jumped from a bathroom window of a burning house. And now they have found themselves at Shepherd Center, hoping against the odds that they would be able to walk again.
This arm goes through, a little tight here.
When Justin McClarty arrived here at Shepherd Center February 28th, unable to stand up or even move from the waist down, his therapist asked the Carrollton accountant and father of 3 to set a goal for himself.
And I was like, I want to be able to walk back in my house and hug my kids.
Jamie McClarty, Justin's wife and a Kaiser Permanente nuclear medicine technologist, had the same thing in mind.
She said from day one she's going to walk out of here. She didn't care what anybody else said.
And for 46 days, the couple with nearly identical spinal cord injuries have been working to get back on their feet, focused on returning home to 7-year-old Rhett, 9-year-old Knox, and 6-year-old Quinn. After a February weekend getaway changed everything.
We rented an Airbnb at Serenbe for a friend's birthday. There was 6 of us there.
Saturday night, they posed for this photo at a nearby restaurant and then tucked in for the night, the McClartys in a bedroom on the 3rd floor.
We woke up the next morning with the house on fire.
I'll never forget that noise, just that roar of the fire.
We could not get out of our bedroom. The stairs were already starting to melt.
The fire, believed to have started on the back side of the house, was now all around them.
And it was just like a time clock in your head saying, we got to go now.
We finally got the bathroom window open, and that was our only choice. We could, hear the floors beneath us crackling.
Jamie jumped first, landing on some drainage rocks.
As soon as I hit the ground, I instantly couldn't feel from my waist down. A friend had to pull me out of the way so that Justin could go next.
Both in agonizing pain, Jamie was airlifted by helicopter, Justin taken by ambulance to Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta, where scans showed both had what's called a burst fracture of their L1 vertebrae, where the bone was broken in multiple directions.
It's terrifying when you are helpless. You can't feel from the waist down.
In back-to-back operations, the same surgeon fused 4 of their vertebrae to stabilize their spines. And later in the ICU, Jamie worried about their kids.
Just where were they and what had they been told and when was I going to get to see them?
After 9 days at Grady, the McClartys were transferred to Shepherd Center, both still unable to move their legs.
It was very humbling and just a very scary feeling.
They would be here for more than 6 weeks.
We're in therapy all day. 6-7 hours a day, every day.
Us staying positive and just thinking about one day at a time is what got us through it.
And the first time Jamie came to Shepherd's I Can studio, she practiced cooking from a wheelchair.
And it was terrifying to think that that was how I would have to do it.
Today, Jamie's on her feet baking chocolate chip cookies with her occupational therapist, Kevin Lee, as one of her final assignments here.
Smaller steps.
Downstairs, Justin and his physical therapist, Dawn Archer, have been working on improving his gait and balance as he tries to build strength in his left leg. The first time Dawn asked him to take a few steps on his own without a harness,
I didn't think I could do it. And I was like, I can't walk. And finally I let go, and sure enough, I could walk by myself.
And with family taking care of their kids who visit once a week, the McClartys can focus solely on their recovery. And now, nearly 2 months after the fire, they have been cleared to go home.
I know God was with us every step of the way. There really is no other explanation why we're getting to walk out of here. The amazing people at Shepherd, they really were the hands and feet of God and pushed us and knew what we needed to hear and do.
But yeah, this place has been amazing.
They gave us our life back.
And the McClartys have made so much progress that they don't have to come back to Shepherd Center as day patients. Instead, they can continue their physical therapy and recovery in Carrollton, and they've been told that they may continue to see improvement in coming back from their injury for at least 2 years after the injury. So they hope to just really kind of hang in there with the physical therapy and push themselves to recover as much as possible.
Wow, just an amazing set of circumstances, but to see them go home, that was, as a parent, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah, that just means so much after all this time.
That's right. Oh, man. All right. Thanks so much, Beth.